Salvete omnes. This is Abbey Latin Liber Secundus, caput vigesimum primum, chapter 21, exercise C. In this chapter 21, exercise C, we are declining nouns and adjectives, focusing on fourth and fifth declension nouns, and then modifying adjectives. So remember, adjectives only are first and second, and then third declension. So let's see what those look like when those adjectives are modifying these sorts of nouns. So we start with great hope, with hope being the noun and great being the adjective. So hope is space a feminine, and then great is magnus aum. Okay, so the nominative is going to be for the hope is space. And then great is magnus aum, because space a is feminine. We want the magna. So space magna is going to be the nominative, where space goes here, magna goes here. So the noun is space a feminine, and I find that if you're just starting out, if this is confusing, if you're practicing, you need to dust off the old rusty brain. Decline the noun first. So space is going to be declined like this down here, and it's plural right here. And then the adjective magna right here, that's going to go down here, and that's going to go right here. Start with the noun. You should know how the noun declines. That's very easy. You should also know how the adjective declines. But let's do baby steps. First things first. So space, and then ae, so spei is going to be the genitive. The ending is ae. Take off that ae, the stem is spa. So sp, spa. You can go ahead and write sp here in the dative, accusative, ablative, singular, and then all down the plurals, spa. Now we're going to add, when you're ready, fifth declension endings. Now, fifth declension feminine endings, remember there are a couple masculines like dies, which can also be feminine, but there's no difference in endings. So ace, ae, aem, a, ace, arum, abus, ace, abus. So attached to spe, you get spe, spei, spei, spem, spe, spe, sperum, spebus, spe, spebus. Okay, optime, if you got that, that was easy. Now let's add magna. So magna, that comes from magnus aum. So magnus, magna, magnum. So that's a first and second declension adjective. So that means that magna is going to have first declension feminine endings. So I, arum, is, as, is, attached to the magna stem. So magna, magni, magni, magnum, magna, magni, magnarum, magnis, magnas, magnis. All together, the way that you should learn it, what you should be working towards. If you're starting out or if you're practicing, it's fine to go ahead and decline the noun first, because you should know how that declines. Once you know what the dictionary entry is, it should be easy to figure out which declension and then what's the stem and then what endings to add. That should be easy. And then decline the adjective. It's almost like you're doing it separately, but at the end, bring it all together. Bring it all home. You have to bring it all together, because the way you're going to see it in a text is not this way vertically. The way you're going to see it is horizontally. So you should work to see it as space magna, spei magni, spei magni, spem magnum, spe magna, space magni, sperum magnarum, spebus magnis, space magnas, and spebus magnis. So notice the endings. Notice how, wow, those endings they're not the same at all. Right, they don't have to be the same, because Space is a fifth declension. Magna goes with the first declension. They don't agree in declension. They're not going to have the same endings. Okay, small army. A small army. Army is the noun. Latin word for army is exercitus. Us, masculine. So us being the genitive singular ending, that tells us it is a fourth declension, and it's a fourth declension masculine. Not fourth declension neuter, but a fourth declension masculine. So the ending should be us, ui, u. Us, ibus, ibus. I guess you could swap out the I in ibus with ubus to get exercitubus. Don't do that. Exercitibus is much better. All right, small is parvus a So another first and second declension adjective, parvus a So we want, because exercitus is masculine, we want parvus. Not parva, not parvum. Parva being feminine, parvum being neuter. We want parvus, us. So we already got exercitus, exercitus. Now chop off the us and get exercit as the stem. When you add the fourth declension masculine endings, you get exercitui, exercitum, exercitu, exercitus, exercitum, exercitibus, exercitus, exercitibus. Cool. And then parvus goes here, and its plural goes here. So parvus is going to go like a second declension masculine because it's a first and second declension adjective. So us, I, o, I, orum, is, os, is. So parvus, parvi, parvo, parvum, parvo, parvi, parvorum, parvis, parvos, parvis. So all together, because you got to see it this way, it's exercitus parvus, exercitus parvi, exercitui parvo, exercitum parvum, exercitu parvo, exercitus parvi, exercitum parvorum, exercitibus parvis, exercitus parvos, exercitibus parvis. Optime. And the last one. So we have one horn and then two horns. So horn is the noun. That's cornu us neuter. So that's a us fourth declension neuter. The endings are going to be us, and then plural horns, ua, ibus, ibus, and you can't have ubus. So one is going to be unus cornu, and remember that unus, it's going to be unum cornu. Got to be unum cornu. So unum, and remember that it is a heteroclite. So unum cornu, unius cornus, uni cornu, unum cornu, and uno cornu. For the plural, we're going to use duo cornua. To get duo cornua, duorum cornuum, duobus cornibus, duo cornua, and duobus cornibus. Remember, you absolutely did not see. You saw unum cornu because cornu, us, is totally neuter, right? Of course not. Of course so. Yes, absolutely. Of course, yes. You are now ready to move on to the next lesson, which is on the morphology of the locative case and special place constructions. Volete omnes.